Today we're going to talk about how to make a property guide. I'm going to do it in Notion. You know that is my favorite tool, but you can make this same template in Pages, Docs, Word, wherever you make your documents for your business. Now, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Justin. I am a short-term rental host, have been for 5 years now. I manage a portfolio of about 30 homes all across the country. I have a very small team, and 95% of all of our business is completely automated. So the purpose of this channel is to help you do the same and become a better host so you can have a better experience for both yourself, your team, and most importantly, your guests. So if you're been to this channel before, you know what to do. You pull up this video on one side and you pull up your document on the other so you can do them at the same time. If you're new, follow along. This is going to be a quick and easy one, but it's going to be super beneficial for your business. Let's dive in. Okay, here we are front and center right in Notion. This is where I'll be making the template today. I'm just going to do this in one of our notebooks section. You can do this in just a single note. Again, you can make this same template in Pages or Docs or wherever you make your documents for your business. So I'm going to head right over to this notebook database I've got for YouTube notes. We've got one untitled here. I'm going to go ahead and make a new one and type the name. So if you're in a doc or a page, this is just going to be the title of the document. So we'll do property guide. And then remember, we're making a template. So you want to have this to be kind of repeatable. There'll be some fill in the blanks here as well. This is how I do mine. Right? So every single one of them is going to have the same format. It's going to have property guide and then the name of the property. I typically do an internal nomenclature like the property number, street address, or just a shorthand name for the listing. You don't want to put the entire listing name in here. It's just way too much text. So something that's just a few characters. Now, when we start in the body of it, we want to think of this as being the one-stop shop for this listing. So someone's going to be able to open this. Let's just say they've never, ever been to this property. They've never heard of it before. They should be able to open this and know pretty much 95% about what's going on at that home, the 5% being the exception of what's actually going on there today. So you want to put essential information, contacts, and any special instructions that the property is going to need. So I'm just going to do a quick So this is going to be where all the essential information is going to go. Things like address, property size, so those couple things that I just wrote are super important, and of course the address is easy to find. You can find that right in the listing. Just nice to have it here, especially for team members who are new and might be working with contractors. When I have the address easily available. Next, property size. We're not talking square footage here, although you can have it in here. It's not as important as having the bedroom and bathroom count, as well as number of guests. This is important because, believe it or not, even though it's going to be listed on your listing, a lot of people are still going to ask. So have somewhere where your team can go and answer this question super quickly. It also helps to have the number of beds in here as well. So I'll just add this and sizes. Now, of course, it's going to be in the listing, but this is a backup. This is an easy, quick way to access for your team members. Wi-Fi, easy. You got the username and password. Then this one is something we started adding about a year and a half ago. Wi-Fi modem location. This is because we've probably had it for a little bit longer now, but we had a lot of instances where the Wi-Fi would just go out and like the team would either panic, not know what to do, or the guests would just like not say anything and be without Wi-Fi. So we add this to an auto message that gets sent out whenever someone asks about Wi-Fi. So it'll shoot out the Wi-Fi name and password, and then at the bottom it'll say, hey, the Wi-Fi is not working. Here's what the modem is. Just unplug it for 30 seconds and plug it back in. 99% of the time, that's going to work and fix it. So this is an important piece here. Some other things we're going to do is trash, recycling, location, and days. That's important not only for your team but for guests as well. You want to be able to tell them easily where the trash and recycling is located, and then if they have to bring it out during their stay. Now, we don't really ask guests to do that, but sometimes guests will offer, and if the day falls in their reservation, sure, let them do it. But the days are mostly for our internal team, cleaners, maintenance, and stuff like that. I like to add in here as well, coffee maker, something we get asked about a ton, special instructions. So this is going to be for anything like a pool, game room, hot tub, pickleball court, etc. So think of special instructions as little nuances about the property that might not come up in every reservation, but when they do, the instruction of the step-by-step is a little more intricate than just sending the Wi-Fi information. For instance, like if the pool needs to be heated before the guests go in, or if a hot tub has certain chemicals, or I don't know, whatever it is, the pickleball court is locked, whatever it is, you want to have that information right here, and specifically list it for each one. If you have a lot of these things going on, I'll also add in here special instructions would be grill, as well as a fire pit. One thing that I do is you can summarize these fairly easily, and I'll send out an auto message, either within the first hour of them checking in, just with, hey, welcome to the property. Here's a couple quick tips about the home and some of the amenities that we have. And it'll just say pool is already set to 72 degrees, whatever it is. Hot tub, please turn on, wait 2 hours before jumping in for it to warm up. Grill, propane is already stocked. If it runs out, we have another one on the deck, whatever it is. So I send that out preemptively to kind of answer the questions before they're asked. Next one to always add here is AC controls and location. We're going to do the same for heating controls, location. Now, 9 times out of 10, these are the same thing, but you never know. We're going to hop into last one as well. Garage, parking, instructions. Right. So AC controls, heating controls, very simple and straightforward, you would think. Sometimes issues come up. There might be some nuances as well with your property. So make sure to keep this in mind. Put yourself in their shoes. Keep the answer short, concise, and to the point. These are things as well. In Hospitable or our property management system, you can have an AI auto message that gets shot out, so you're not always going back and copy and pasting. Garage and parking instructions, I like to put those in the check-in message as well. And then, of course, there's an auto message you can have sent out as well from your PMS when anyone asks. Last one that is super important, just like the Wi-Fi modem location, is circuit breaker location. This is good not only for your guests, but for your team. If anything happens with the power of the property, they can just head to the circuit breaker, check it out, flip the switches, and be good to go. So that was the essential information. There might be a couple other things I'll add here, but most of the concrete we're seeing here, outside of special instructions, most of these are at every single property. They should be at every single property that you're hosting. Special instructions are where you get into the more uniqueness of each listing. Honestly, you could argue that those are some of the more important instructions for you to have as well, easily available not only for your team, but for your guests. Next, we are going to talk about contacts. Now, this is very straightforward, but instead of combing through your contacts in your phone or constantly sharing contact information through text or whatever over and over and over again, have a database for yourself to go to and have a bunch of contacts for these properties. So first we'll do owner, the important ones, right? We've got owner, cleaners, handyman. pretty much your staples at any listing or any properties. How I set this up as well is, of course, owner. There's typically only one or two. Cleaners, we'll do the main one here. You can almost think of it as a brick. We'll do one. And then we want to have backups as well. So we'll do one. And then we'll do two. So we have backups and we just keep listing them as we find new people. Same with our handymen as well. We want to keep adding and adding to the list to make sure we have a good backstock just in case anything happens. Now, these next ones can get more specific to your property, but this is what I generally have down. Contractors, trade, excuse my typo. Then we'll have pest control, HOA, and like building maintenance. And then trash, recycling. Cool. So these are pretty common in most properties. You're not going to need all of these all the time, but it's good to have a quick place to go. Contractors, just like special instructions are going to be specific to your property and what you need. Honestly, this list might only build up when you have issues with the property. So what you would put here is AC, heating, plumbers, electricians, all that stuff would fall under contractors. So in all, the goal of this is to have a repeatable template and process for any property, new or old. So it's easy as that. That's all we've got for property guides. I hope you found something beneficial out of that one. There's little pieces that you can use here and there throughout your business. I think the moral of the story is always document everything about your listings, about any of the homes, not only for yourself, but for your team members. It's the only way you'll really be able to scale and get yourself out of the business. So if you like this video, you know what to do. Just hit the like button, subscribe as well if you want to see more videos from me. And hey, thank you for watching. We'll see you here next time.